Hello everyone. In this particular video, we will be studying about the conditional statements in Python. As we all know that decision making in a programming language is automated using conditional statements, in which Python evaluates the code to see if it meets the specified condition or not. So let us start. So we will be studying about three different types of conditional statements, that is if else, if elif else, and nested if else. So let us start with if else conditions. So the basic syntax for the if else condition is that we write the if, which is a keyword, followed by the condition, followed by a colon, and then we write the statements to be executed when the conditions are true. Then we have the else clause, again followed by a colon, and then we write the statements to be executed if the condition is false. So this is the basic syntax for if else condition. I'll comment this for now. Now suppose if I have a number n equals to say 10 and I need to find if the number is even or odd. So what I can do is I can take help of if else condition. I can write if, in this case the condition will be to check if the number is even or odd. So for even number, if we divide the number by 2, the remainder should be 0. So I will write the remainder equal to 0. If this is true, I will print number is even. But if the condition is not true, that is if the remainder on dividing the number by 2 is not equal to 0, it means that the number is odd. So in the else clause I can write, as we all know that else clause executes when the if condition is false. So if the condition is false, I can write print number is odd. Now if I execute this, I got my output as number is even, since 10 is an even number. Now if I change it to 11 and I execute again, I got my answer as number is odd. So this is how if else conditions work. Now suppose if I need to check for multiple conditions, in that case I can use if else ladder or if elif else. So the syntax for this is if condition 1 is true, then statement 1 gets executed. But if condition 1 is false, I can check for another condition by using elif, and I can write elif condition 2, and if condition 2 is true, statement 2 will get executed. Like this, I can have multiple conditions. I can add one more elif, so I can write condition 3 and statement 3, and at the end I can write else, and I can write statement 4. So statement 4 will get executed only when all three conditions are false. Now if I look at the syntax, if the condition 1 is true, then statement 1 will get executed. But if the condition 1 is false, in that case Python will check for the condition 2. If the condition 2 is true, then the statement 2 will get executed. Else the Python will check for the condition 3. Now if the condition 3 is true, then the statement 3 will get executed. Finally, if all the above three conditions are false, then the else block will get executed, that is the statement 4 will get executed. Now if I consider an example, suppose again I have a number n equals to say -4, and I need to check if the number is positive, negative or 0. So for that what I can do is I can write if, and then I need to write the condition. At first I will check for if the number is 0. So I can write if n equal to 0, then print number is 0. But if the number is not 0, in that case I can write elif n is greater than 0. If the number is not 0 and the number is greater than 0, in that case I can print number is positive. Now finally I can write an else block which will get executed when both the above two conditions are false. That is, if the number is not equal to 0 and the number is not greater than 0. In that case the number will be negative. So I can print number is negative. And now if I execute this, I got my answer as number is negative. Now if I change -4 to 0 and if I execute again, I got my answer as number is 0. Now let us see how nested if else looks like. Nested if else, as the name suggests, an if else condition is nested inside another if else condition. So if I write the basic syntax, it would be if condition 1, then so I can write if condition 1 is true, then I can nest another set of if else inside this. So it will be if condition 2, then statement 2, else statement 3, and then I will write the else block for the outer if. So I can write else statement 4. So this is how a nested if else looks like. In this, a set of if else conditions are nested inside another set of if else conditions. So the inner if else condition will get executed only when the condition 1 is true. Now let us consider an example. I need to find two things. The first thing that we need to find is that if a number is even or odd, and we also need to find that if a number is positive or negative. So firstly, checking if the number is even. So I can write if n modulus 2 equal to 0, then the number will be even, else the number will be odd. Now I need to check if the number is positive or negative. So inside this if condition, for the even numbers, I can check if the even number is positive or negative. So I can write if n is greater than or equal to 0, then the number will be positive, else the number will be negative. So I can combine these two conditions and print number is even and positive in this condition, and in the nested else condition I can print the number is even and negative. Now we will repeat this again for odd numbers as well. So I can paste this over here and I can change even to odd. And now if I say the number equals to 10 and if I execute this, I got my answer as the number is even and positive, which is true. If I take another number, say -9, and if I execute this, I will get my answer as the number is odd and negative. I hope you understood the conditional statements in Python. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you. Subscribe the channel.